Hey my friends, welcome. This is the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. What's it all about? Well, it's about improving ourselves, obviously personal development. It's with me, Paul Clough. Who am I? Well, I'm Paul Clough, I just said that. But what I do and have skills at, or in, is hypnosis, NLP, timeline therapy, and lots of other stuff. I teach the blooming stuff to everyone I can. Been doing it for years. But the thing about this podcast is it's sharing things that just work, deconstructing the things that are really difficult or made to appear difficult by people making them difficult. Maybe they want to keep them secret, I don't know. But we're going to deconstruct those type of things so we can use them for ourselves and, as I say, self-develop, get better in life, get our goals, our dreams, improve anything you want. The thing is, it's not just listening. There's things to do, because if you're just knowing this stuff, that's okay. But knowledge without doing, not really worth it, is it? So do, if you're listening, do, try, do the things that we go through, the processes, the hypnosis tracks. Because when you put the effort in, the return on your investment will be enormous. Anyway, that's what we do here.
Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey my friends, welcome back to the podcast. And a question to you. When is good enough not good enough? You see, even when you say, yeah, that's good enough, what you're really saying is, it's okay, sort of okay. It will do, I guess. It'll do. Because we always say things, and if you think about it, we tend to be saying things and giving it 1 degree more than it really is. So when you're saying things like, that's good enough, well, basically what you're saying is you'll put up with it, won't you? But the thing is, think about it. Could it be better? Could that thing you're saying, well, that's good enough, could it be better? Well, of course it could. We all know it could be better. We all know that. In fact, probably just a couple of little notches would make good enough to being blooming excellent, out of this world, or getting really, really good. And you see, it doesn't take, it doesn't take, but nearly answered my own question. How much effort would it take to get, well, it's good enough to be that much better? Not going to be a lot, is it? And the thing is, for me, when I think about the stuff that I've done, which is, well, it's good enough, I'm never really satisfied. Are you? Are you satisfied of what's been happening or what you've done? You know, the results you've got? Don't you just sometimes wish? It's that old, I wish I'd done a little bit more. You see, we know the answer. The answer is always, yeah, it's never going to be good enough. And there is a limit. I understand that. There is a limit, because you could go on forever and ever and ever. And we don't want that. But there's the right level. And good enough is, to me, one level too low. Just that bit below. So how do we know? How can we stop just settling for good enough? You see, for me, I think it's stopping for a moment, and before you press send, before you press save, before you press whatever it is, you know, I'm thinking of maybe on one of the podcasts I've done, before I go, yeah, that's good enough, I'll put that up. I think I ought to just stop for a moment. It's that old pausing again, isn't it? That pausing and saying, am I happy with that? Really happy? Is it acceptable? Is it something I could be proud of? Is it something that I'll put my name to? Is it something I'd say to people, do you know what, that's awesome? Because that's what, when we set our intention, do we set our intention to do something which is good enough? Now, you and I both know the answer of that, but we do, don't we? Okay, we'll talk about me. Yes, I do. And I'm really banging into me, I guess, setting our intention first and setting our standards, and then trying to overachieve. If that's my personal best, can I get better every time? And that's when my good enough is always going to be bloody good, but then I want to get it even better. And then we practice. We learn more. We try and strive. Have I striven enough? You see, thinking about it, good enough seems to be, well, it's passable. Passable in a way that it'll do, will make do. Now, if you're here, which you are obviously, Personal Development Unplugged, it's all about developing ourselves. And if we're going to be developing ourselves to a standard of passable, it's not that good, is it? I mean, they don't float my boat. Does it float your boat? Would you go there? I wouldn't go there. I want to be far ahead of that. So how do we do this? How do we set up this new habit of not accepting it's good enough? Well, to me, I think it's that simple thing of setting our intention and setting our goal. And a goal doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. It's not the whole thing. This is like that mini baby step. There's no reason why the mini baby step doesn't have to have the right level of goal. Because if we can get it to exceptional, my goal is always exceptional. Do I hit it? No. But if I don't have that goal as exceptional, I'm not going to get anywhere near it. And then when I look back at it, I look at it and say, well, not was it good enough, but how close to exceptional? And I think that's a difference. Now, could I put my hand on my heart and say, Cluffy, you do that every time? Nah, I'm like, maybe I'm worse than everybody else because I don't. I fall down. But it's that thing of reminding ourselves. And this is what this is really. It's so easy to say, well, it's good enough. And I want to remind me with you listening, because with you listening, it's going to be a little reminder to you too. So even whatever you do, if we have a little moment, a second or two to pause and go, how can I make this exceptional? Or if you've done something and you go, that's good enough, let the alarm bells go off and ask that one question. What can I add to this to make it even better than good enough? How close to exceptional can I get it? Obviously, there's a limit because you can't keep going on and on and on because you'll be forever. And sometimes you make things worse by striving for that exceptional. You see a painter and they keep titivating with that last little bit and a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. And in the end, you're not getting a return on your investment because it was really quite exceptional before and you're not making it any better. So if you're not making it any better, you're there. And is it fit for purpose in an exceptional way, not in a good enough way? I hope that made sense. I know I've gone over the 5 minutes, but it's just something I want to get off my chest and more to do with me getting things off my chest back to me. It's my little kick up the bum. Okay? Have more fun than you can stand, and I'll see you soon. So, just a few reminders before you go. Here's the first one. Remember those hypnosis tracks at paulcloughonline.com/podcast. 45 I think now, 45 plus hypnosis tracks, all free, all for you. Just go to paulcloughonline.com/podcast. If you forget the podcast bit of that and you go to paulcloughonline.com, you'll also see that free hypnosis track for reducing your anxiety. So 2 good reasons to go there, plus loads of other stuff. And you know what? I'm so pleased because I know you have been sharing this podcast. I've seen a few of the things, they're changing. Things are getting better. And I do thank you so much from the heart of my bottom of my heart. Please keep doing it though. And if you haven't shared, would you do so? Please share this podcast. Tell people about the Personal Development Unplugged podcast because it'll do so much for you, for them, for me, for everyone. And I'd be so grateful if you just shared it. And also, I'd also be grateful if you would go to, well, maybe something like the Apple Podcast and put up a little review. Subscribe. Well, the review first, that would be awesome because that helps more people come and see this or come and listen to this podcast. Makes it more popular, but more than that, creates a difference in this world. It creates a difference to those people, and they'll make a difference to other people, which is what we're all about here, isn't it? But also subscribe. Subscribe on the platform of your choice, the thing you listen to. Just look for that subscribe button. That would be awesome if you could do that too, because again, it makes this a little bit more popular, makes it easier for people to find. And that makes a difference to them, which will make a difference to this little old planet Earth, the one that we care about so, so much. So, do enjoy that. Have more fun than you can stand. And I'll be with you really soon. Okay. Oh, blooming nearly forgot. If you do sign up to the hypnosis tracks, as I said, paulcloughonline.com/podcast, you'll be able, you'll get what is it called? It's the discount code. The discount code which will give you a massive, and I'm talking massive, massively massive discount on my Supreme Inner Confidence program. Have a look at that. It's awesome. But if you go to paulcloughonline.com/confidence, it'll tell you all about it, but you'll get the link anyway when you sign up. Okay? So that's it. I've gone. Bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.